Nick, 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 Nick,
Steve,
Nick.
Steve, 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 Steve.
Let's go, Nick,
I
Nick.
tried to mimic that air horn sound that you
I
always
played
do,
it.
but
I
I
don't
could
know if
never
you could
do it.
hear it, but I played one.
No, I couldn't hear
It'll
it.
be. I'll put it in the. I'll put it in the recording for it.
Awesome.
What's
Big
going
dub.
on? What's going on, Nick? It has been a while. Like I don't even know. Almost a month now. It feels like since.
I think it's been like 3.5 weeks at
Yeah,
least.
I mean, lots gone on. Obviously, lots with the game, and then just like. I know you were like not feeling great for a while and stuff, and just timing didn't work out. But we're back, and
Yes, sir.
hopefully we can get back to doing this, every sort of week or two. And
Oh, I'm back, baby.
because
I
there's
can feel
been
it.
just insane amount of stuff to talk about in this game so far. So we'll try and cram it all into one episode here for everybody out there today listening. But I don't even know. I don't even know where to start. Where do we start with this, Nick?
That's a really good question. You could start with like the Tops Now content they've been dropping, the roster update. There's Charisma Series program. There's a new Moonshot Mile High event. There's the BR program. There's so much stuff, and I know I'm still falling behind.
That's all just stuff that came out this week.
Yeah,
Like that's just 1 week.
yeah. Honestly, I don't even remember what happened last week, just because there was so much stuff that was released this
Yeah,
week.
it's hard to keep track of all of it.
It really is. It's almost like you have to write it down somewheres on like a daily basis.
Or you can just be a savage like me and just constantly be doing it all the time.
Exactly, bro.
Oh, so I guess just to start off, just how are you feeling about MLB The Show 23? We're basically, I think, almost exactly 1 month in. Tomorrow, I think, is 1 month to the day of early access release. So,
I believe, yep, it is. It'll be
give
the
me your
24th
give me your
tomorrow.
1 month in Nick Terrio 12 review of MLB The Show 23.
I am really digging MLB The Show so far this year. I know we're gonna get into sets and seasons and stuff later, but I still really love the idea. Of course, we're gonna have to wait and see how set 2 works. Before we get any more thoughts on that as we go along. But the game's been great. I've been having a lot of fun with it. Whenever I have had the chance to stream, it's been awesome. Obviously so much fresh content to do. Literally, they're dropping like a bunch of new stuff every single week. It's like 3 or 4 different things on like a mix of a Tuesday and a Friday. But overall, I'm really, really enjoying the game so far. It's been a lot of fun. It's fresh, and that's what I love about it.
Yeah, this game's been so good so far. Like I really don't have
It's been
much
great.
like to complain about. Besides like nitpicking things and stuff like that, but overall,
Yeah, it's
like
just small little things.
yeah, it's been amazing. I mean, and I think like I've been hanging out in a lot of streams and stuff lately, and people talking about it, and basically saying, you know what, you can almost tell why last year was like brutal. It's because they're just putting it all towards this year, which is like not a bad thing. You never want to say you're taking a year off or this or that, but I think it's paying off with MLB The Show 23 so far.
Big time.
It's been
Big time.
This game's been so much fun.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yeah, so like I've been loving it. I mean, I've been like glued to my setup, just nonstop playing this game. It's actually gross, but it's also awesome. So yeah, we'll just hop into like a little bit of DD stuff, and I just want to start off with, like, what are your maybe like give me like your top five favorite cards to use so far? Not necessarily the best cards released or anything, just ones you've enjoyed using, or maybe think guys you weren't expecting to be good for you but have been torching the ball. Or
Oh man, that's a really tough question for me. I have a lot of favorite cards. Even though my time has been limited over the past couple weeks because I have been sick, allegedly with strep throat, which is what I'm thinking my diagnosis was. When I had the time to play the game, my favorite cards so far, Edouard Julien. You guys knew this. He's still pretty amazing. Munetaka Murakami, I love his swing to death. Jonathan the Wise got that 90 overall card from the WBC program is pretty nuts as well. Eric Davis, the 97 Charisma Baltimore Orioles, Eric Davis, and George Springer from the Egg Hunt program. George Springer absolutely hits bombs. Another one, a big honorable mention, is that Bob Gibson Charisma Series card. I love that man. He has been so gross in any online game that I've played with him. He's just amazing. I don't know what they did with him compared from last year to this year, but he's literally him of the pitchers.
Yeah, Bob Gibson has always been like mediocre to trash as a starting pitcher in this game, and this year he's just so good.
I think it's just because like how early his 99 was released. I think that's like a little part of it.
Maybe, but I mean, you're like, it's not like you're still facing crazy lineups already. Like it's not, you know, everybody's pretty evenly matched, I would say. It's just a good card. Is like his fastball gets up to 102, and then he's got really good movement on that sinker. And
I hit 103 today, actually.
Yeah, exactly. Like
Insane.
I think him, Dustin May, those are kind of the top two guys that I think I see everybody using. I mean, Dustin May is always kind of glitchy. I like using Roki, but I find his pitches don't really break as much as you would want, considering the stats he has.
I still haven't had the chance to use him yet. I gotta pick him up at some point.
Let's play some co-op. We can use Roki. We can use Roki or that 99 Otani that I pulled the other day. But yeah, I mean, obviously for me, like this Ken Griffey Jr. card has just been insane so far. I know he only came out on Tuesday, but oof. Griffey comes out, everything stops for me except for whatever I have to do to get him. So
exactly, 100%.
And I'm not going flawless ever. I'm just I'm way too inconsistent to go flawless in this game. I've tried in the past, and I don't even like bother trying anymore.
I feel you there, man.
And the fact that you just have this program you can do, and like whatever, it's like semi time consuming, but I got it done the first day. So
I mean, you just got to sit there and you just have to do it. It doesn't take too long for BR programs at all. Like maybe 6, 7, 8 hours like total to get like everything done. Like I always tell people to do the missions first. The pitching missions are easier, and then do all your hitter missions and everything. Try to get one solid run in if you can. Get like the 4,000 PXP in one run. It's usually extra base hits or just regular hits or whatever. There's also like 15,000 PXP to hit. There's 25,000 PXP. So all you really got to do is just play the game. I mean, yes, wins count for points, but even if you don't get wins, just grind the whole program and you're good to go, man.
Yeah, you can eventually get there without winning a game. It helps.
I mean it'd be nice,
again, having that one, you need to have like one sort of like run where you're playing about 6 or 7 games to get the 4,000 PXP and the 50 total bases. I mean, because that's 20 points, and that's what 20% of your 100 points or whatever. But yeah, you do the missions, you do that. It's no big deal. It's
absolutely, man.
The only thing that kind of is annoying early in the year with it is that if you want to get it done fast, you generally like it's going to cost you, you know what? Let's say you do like 8 runs or whatever. What's that? 12,000 stubs or something like that. So you spend a little bit of stubs, but I mean, I'll spend 12,000 stubs to get Ken Griffey Jr. 99. I would have spent. If I had the stubs, I would have spent 1 million stubs just to buy that card as soon as it came out.
I honestly would have done the same if you know, a 99 juicy Salvador Perez card was on the line, or you know, something like that.
Well, with the way they're dropping cards, there's like no way you're not going to get a 99 Salvador Perez at some point.
Oh, absolutely, man. We already have a 97, and I picked him up for like 11,000, 12,000 stubs.
Like
and he rakes.
Every player in the game is going to get a 99. It feels like at this point. And
yeah,
we still have just under 3 weeks left in season 1, and like I don't even know how many diamonds do we have? Like 600. Probably close to.
You'd literally have to count them all up because they're just. I mean, even they'll just sneak in diamonds too. Like they'll sneak in the diamonds in the BR programs. Like you got those silver, you got the gold, and you have the diamond packs leading up to the flawless reward. And you know, those are diamonds that some people just don't consider as diamonds in the game because you know, like you kind of just go over them. Like you'll get the pack, you'll pick a player, cool, and then you just won't see that card again. Because, you know, they're just going through the BR program. Like, there's so much. It's crazy.
There's so much. Which kind of brings me to the next point I had is like, how much is too much? Like, is it too much? Because sometimes I wonder, like I was playing this game the other day and it was like before the Friday stuff dropped a couple days and I like, savaged out BR in a day. And so there was like a couple days there when I really wasn't sure what I should play because like BR was done. I had finished the event before the new one. Like there were no programs and I was like, okay. And like I have all these cards and like I don't really play a ton of ranked. But then it's also just like kind of like you said, there's already cards that you forget are in the game and we're only a month into the game. Like is it too much? Like I don't know. Like I would say no, but it's also like if they're going to do this to us, it looks like I think if you look at the like if you're sorting by collections and stuff in the marketplace, it says there's going to be about up to set 6. So 6 seasons
set 6
of, how many cards, hundreds and hundreds. Like how many cards are you just never going to use? Even with captain boosts and stuff like that, like there's lots of ways to use cards, but it still feels like to me, everybody's just going to use the best cards they can, or they're going to find out sort of what the meta is and fall towards that. Like, I just don't know if it's like almost too much. Like they dropped this Charisma series program, which is like great to get cards for the, the Chipper Babe Pedro collection, but also like almost none of those cards are really usable.
Well, for like different team builds and theme teams and stuff, yes, I get it. With like the captain's boost and everything like that. But I'm the kind of guy like give me more. If you have more to offer and you can spread it apart, like pretty evenly over the course of, the game cycle and everything, by all means, give me more. Like if they can spread it, which like I'm looking at it now, and we'll find out more once we get into set 2, set 3, and everything like that. I'll feel a little bit more confident in it, but I still say I like the way that they're doing it right now. They'll have like one big content drop a week, and then I know they're going to be saving lots of cards for like different sets and stuff like that. But I like it so far. There are a lot of cards that I haven't used. But that's also on me because I haven't had the chance to use them. But I'm somewhere in the middle. I'm somewhere in the middle of it all. Like I say, we wait and see what they have for us in set 2 and set 3, and that's ultimately going to decide if it's going to be too much cards or not.
Yeah, it's just crazy to me that like I already like almost couldn't even tell you who was in the first Future Stars pack. Like it's already to that point where I'm just like, oh, that pack only came out like 3 weeks ago. And like, I mean, it's a good thing because that just means there's so many other cards that I want to use, right? But you're almost getting like really like a full game cycle worth of content in a month and a half. And I almost wonder if it's going to like burn people out a little bit too. Like, oh, I need to collect 260 cards to get all 3 of these guys from set 1. And then I got to do it all again in set 2 and all again in set 3. And it's like, eventually it's like, oh man, that's a lot of playing this game.
It is a lot of playing.
Like for the savages and the content creators, like usually we feed off that. We want to get the new cards and stay fresh.
Oh, I feed off it like crazy.
But for the average player, that's like, it's almost overwhelming. I think like you come in, maybe it's like, it's good that you have a lot of variety to choose from. But I know like there's lots of guys that like want to do as much as they can, but there's almost like too much to do. Like even where like if you like you're a prime example, like you were sick for like 10 days or whatever, and then you just feel like you're so far behind already, right? Like there's
I'm still way behind, but I'm trying my ass off to catch up and everything. So
yeah, it's just like, and again, it's not like I'm not like complaining about too much. It's just that perspective.
Like you don't want get other cards like lost in the ruffle.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely a side of this that's like there is a too little amount of content that could be dropped. We know that for a fact, but yeah, too much is a dangerous term to use, but it just like there's a lot and we are only 1 month in. Like it's crazy. It's hard to keep up.
Absolutely, it is.
If you're casual, you know, you want to play a couple days a week, like you're just not going to be able to keep up. So I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing for the general population, but we'll find out. I mean, who knows what's going to happen in season 2? We have no idea yet.
And it's not like SDS is making all these cards buy or like pay to win or whatever. Like you can easily get these cards. You just have to play the game.
Oh yeah, you can get I haven't spent a dime on this game, and like my team is cracked. Like my outfield,
I haven't spent a dime either.
Yeah, Griffey, Trout, Kyle Tucker in the outfield, Babe Ruth, Trey Turner, Lindor, Murakami, Mark McGwire. I'm gonna have Jeter and probably like the next couple days. So like yeah, if you play enough, maybe get a couple of lucky pulls, you're gonna have a squad that's usable.
Absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, so we get into, I guess, sets and seasons. So your thoughts on sets and seasons 1 month into the game.
Sets and seasons so far, I like it. I mean, obviously, like I said, I think I said it like 2 or 3 times already. We're not going to know more about how it's going to work until set 2 and set 3 come out. Because, right now it's just the beginning of the game. We don't have to deal with like trying to figure out, how many set 1 cards can we use? How many set 2, set 3, set 4, et cetera, et cetera. But so far, I like the sets and seasons thing that they're doing. But obviously we haven't had the chance to make a lot of changes because it's not set 2, set 3 yet.
Yeah, we'll have a better idea when season 2 starts. There's part of me that's because like I was very cautious with it before the game dropped, and then as the game came out I was like, this is awesome, and then those feelings are starting to creep in again, just because like there's so many cards that I have right now that I really like using. And well, I guess there's 2 sides of it. One is like by the time we get to season 3, like am I going to still want to use Ken Griffey Jr. and Babe Ruth on the same team? Like maybe not, who knows. But it's like for them to, I guess, make you not want to use those, there's going to be crazier cards that are going to come out. Like that's the only way to do it, right? You have to have equal or better cards being released in season 3 than those. And I mean, obviously, like there's so many or different versions of those players too, right? You could drop.
I think the last 2 sets are going to be like 99s for the cards that we didn't get 99s of in the first couple. I think that's how they're doing it ultimately. Yeah.
And I would guess that like in season 6 or whatever the last one is, they'll just let you use everything.
Yeah.
Like there's no way that at the end of game you're not going to be able to use every card you have in ranked seasons. Yeah,
like the forever set.
It'll be season forever. They'll drop 5 new cards, and then they'll let you use your 6 million that you've accumulated over the course of the other
and
seasons.
We're gonna have our big time moonshot event too.
Oh, the only hope is that they start it in like January, at least mid to late January, not November, like not the end of November, like just because December everything died in 22. So hopefully it like trickles into the new year a little bit more as far as fresh content.
I think it will, because I think you said season 2. No, set 2 starts May 17th.
Yeah.
Or whatever. Like middle of May,
they would
between until like July 7th, and then July 7th probably till September to like November, December, and then what'll be.
It'll be like September, probably to the end of the regular season, which is like
6 should probably be at the very end of January or very beginning of February.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah, so you should get basically 5 seasons, and then season 6 will just be like the content is over season, the forever season, something like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
but I mean, honestly, I would rather have 2 months. Or even like a month and a half of no content and being able to use all the cards you want in the game, compared to no content for 5 months like they did at the end of 21. I would much rather have.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I think that's what they're.
But like, just change up the event a little bit. Like, make it like the last month and a half, 2 months of the game cycle this year. They could make it set specific.
Yeah.
like people could go back and use the old favorite cards on like that they love.
Yeah, the set 1 event, the set 2 event, something like that.
I
Yeah.
think that's probably what they're gonna do. I think that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. No, if they did that, they probably would throw like set 1 rewinds and stuff. Who knows? There's lots of things you can do.
Yeah, they could definitely do that for sure.
I mean, rewinds. We're already seeing rewind packs, so
I'm not mad about the rewinds this time around though, but we'll get into
it's
that.
you know what? It's a little bit better. Yeah, we'll get into that when we talk about events.
It's a lot better. It's a lot better.
So yeah, I mean, sets and seasons. I do still think it's gonna work out. I'm just like, how many? What cards are we getting? That's kind of what I'm thinking. Like, there's already so many top guys that have like top cards right now, like Babe Ruth, Chipper, Mike Trout, Ken Griffey Jr., Mark McGwire, Sammy Sosa. I know those are core guys, but still, Lindor already has a 99. Even guys like Lou Gehrig, Gunnar Henderson. There's so many 99s already that, and not that there aren't guys that could get them in the future, but I'm just like, who's next? Like,
if anything, they're gonna get better versions in like set 4, 5, 6. Like I said, I think the first 3 sets are gonna be just like introducing the cards into the game, and then once set 4, set 5, and set 6 roll around, they'll be similar to the first 3 sets, but they'll probably like shuffle them up a little bit, and they're all gonna be juiced out, better cards than we got.
Well, I mean, some of these,
I think that's the way to do it, 100%.
Like, I don't even know how you could juice Tatis out even more than he's juiced this Tatis card they dropped, which is insane. I mean,
the first ever 150 card.
Add some quirks to him, but I mean, if you have runners in scoring position, he's basically maxed out hitting.
Man's insane.
Yeah, I need that card. It kind of makes me sad that I'm going for Jeter and I'm so close to him, and I'm like, I could have just saved all my stubs, waited for a card like this, and just bought Tatis. But whatever. I mean, once I have live series collections done, then all the stubs I get could go to whatever I want, right? So
yeah, exactly.
And still, no buying packs. Don't buy packs, kids. They're a ripoff.
Yeah, see, for me, like, I'm nowhere close to getting collections done or like buying the cards that I actually want. So like, I'm just trying to catch up with the content grind and all the free stuff first.
Oh yeah, do all the free stuff. Save up all the stubs you can.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not too worried about collections right now. Like Sosa and McGwire are going to be absolutely insane to use, but like
McGwire sucks.
I'm not in a super big rush.
We should play co-op, and I'll let you use Mark McGwire. That card is booty.
I don't like his swing. I've used him before.
It's not good. Yeah. I should have gone for the NL first and got Sosa, but
Sosa's much better, but I don't really do well with either of the cards. I do well with Jeter.
Yeah, I honestly don't know if I'll use either of them on my like actual squad or not. Jeter looks crazy though, and like Jeter's swing this year is just so good. So I'm excited for that. But then I mean, once I get Tatis, it's like, But Tatis can play wherever. Who knows? There's again, good problem to have. There's so many cards, and they're doing what they wanted to do with lineup variety. Like pitchers, the pitching though, that's where they really need to up it, because right now you're seeing like the same
relief
pitchers
pitching,
all the time.
Especially,
relief is not great, and like for starters, it's like Dustin May, Bob Gibson.
That's pretty much it. There's like Mad Bum.
Yeah, I don't think Mad Bum's very good though either.
No, he's not. He's not good. But I can't think of
lefty.
any other starting pitchers.
I mean, there's like Roki. The Yu Darvish card is pretty good. You know who's actually surprisingly good is that Fergie Jenkins card. Like, he is tough to read. I haven't pitched with him, but I've hit it off him, and like I struggled both times.
I haven't used him yet.
Yeah, they need to drop a few more starting pitchers, I think. Like
relief pitchers definitely need a big upgrade too.
I need to get that Trevor Hoffman though. If you do that Trevor Hoffman boost on your relievers, you can.
Yeah, that's what
juices them up.
That's what a couple people in chat were saying the other day.
At least they dropped a couple with the charisma program with Joe Kelly and who's whatever.
Yeah, like they did get those
good.
Relievers, but there needs to be a little bit more. But I think there is going to be a couple more, like when the April Player of the Month program comes out. Like, I think Pablo Lopez is going to get a really nice juicy card.
Yeah.
For starters. Zach Gallen. I think Zach Gallen's probably going to get one too. Garrett Cole will probably get one.
Yeah, who knows?
There's a lot of options right there.
Yeah, who they're all going to be. Yeah, this is my My bullpen right now is Loizaga, Taylor Rogers, Diego Castillo, Devin Williams, Gregory Soto, Billy Wagner, Lee Smith, and Michael King. Like, it's decent, but it's not like crazy.
Yeah.
That Lee Smith.
I mean, that Michael King card shoves.
Yeah.
I like him a lot.
Yeah. Just need some more. Give us a few more starters and good relievers, and we'll be
like
square.
try and feed us more lefty relievers if they can.
That Soto was decent. The Gregory Soto's pretty good.
I think the more that we see the Gregory Soto and the more we see like, you know, the regular lefties like Andrew Chafin and all those cards, they're just gonna eventually
Taylor
just
Rogers,
get
man, you got to get that Taylor Rogers from the lefty Lucy.
I still have not touched mini seasons at
If you win,
all.
all you need to do is win
of the
5
bugs and
games.
everything.
5 games in lefty Lucy, you get that pack. You can take Taylor Rogers. The rest of the cards are awful. They're like,
Wait, there's a pack?
yeah. There's like a lefty Lucy specific choice pack that has Larry Walker, Prince Fielder, Randy Johnson, Taylor Rogers, and one other guy.
I didn't even know this. Yeah, see, I wouldn't know this because I haven't looked at mini seasons at all.
I forget who the other one
because
is.
I heard there's so many bugs with mini seasons that I just haven't thought about it. I haven't looked at it. I haven't touched it. And that's another reason for not having Team Affinity done, because I just haven't done mini seasons at all.
Oh yeah, I did like 3 or 4 mini seasons to get Team Affinity.
I just don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
It's tough
Like,
to do,
no-
especially
no
when
thanks.
like I think it's like sort of fixed now. Like they did that update and then basically you just had to restart it. Although I was a dummy and I was doing a lefty Lucy last night and I thought I had enough wins to make the playoffs, so I quit my last game and then I missed the playoffs. So I needed to win one more game, so I had to restart it. And
What a noob.
yeah,
What a noob.
facts. Awful. But let's get into just the programs that we've gotten. So obviously we have the XP reward path program, I guess you can call it, the boss program, whatever you want to call it. And then we've had a decent amount of like the other programs, with the egg hunt,
Other programs. WBC,
egg hunt, the starter one, charisma, tops now, and then obviously those little Wednesday weekly wonders. So how have you felt about like the program content so far?
The program content is really, really good, I find. Like the egg hunt program, a lot of people thought it was going to be really hard, but, a sick-ass motherfucker like me did 7 of those 9 missions in like an hour. So it really wasn't that tough. It's just, doing the CPU game against, one of the bird teams or, doing the mini seasons 4 continents thing.
Those are the 2 you haven't done?
Those are the 2 that I haven't done, and just I'm gonna finish it at some point, but I'm not really fixating on that right now. Like I love the WBC program, just exposure for a bunch of new cards coming into the game. The egg hunt program was pretty solid. I like how they're doing tops now, like specific weeks and everything. I have no complaints at all with the other programs. I think they're very solid.
Yeah, these programs have been pretty awesome. Like I already forgot there was like that little starter one with Verlander. I've never seen anybody use that card.
Just for collections, really.
Yeah, I like that they're pretty easy to do. It was like, I don't know if you've done the charisma yet. The only thing that's annoying is that you have to do basically every single player PXP mission, which is like, that's
not what I'm looking forward to.
It's like annoying, but it's also not. Like, I mean, you basically need to, if you hit like 4 home runs with a guy, then you're good for 200 PXP. So
it'll eventually come. You just got to use the cards, like play Conquest for some packs or stubs or something.
You can play Conquest. You can put them on put the hitters on your team for the Moonshot event.
That's probably the easiest way to do it. Or like mini seasons.
If you don't want to play online. But yeah, tops now is super easy this year. You get those cards in like 2 minutes, which is awesome because they're like cards that, unless I'm doing a tops now build, I'm not going to use any of these cards unless they're Blue Jays cards, basically. Like none of them are really that great. I mean, actually, I haven't checked out how they look with the captain boost because I also already forgot that they put tops now captains in there. So what is this Rendon boost? +10 clutch, contact, and power versus lefties. So that's not bad, I guess.
F Rendon,
yeah. I don't know why he got that, but And
Oh,
then
he's trash.
Joe Musgrove. But yeah, overall the program's been good. That little weekly wonders thing they do on Wednesday is like pretty
I
fun.
like that.
Yeah,
I
it's
like
a
that
nice
a lot.
way to
Like,
get
it's easy way to get stubs.
some XP and a couple little packs. It's just something extra, right? And then obviously the reward path with the bonus wheel has been awesome. I mean, I know there's been a lot of bugs with it, but
yeah, I've had a couple people complain to me about, them being on the wheel spin, then somehow like they're back in the Diamond Dynasty menu, and they don't get what they spun for.
yeah, like the only
like that kind of stuff.
I'll say because 2 out of like the first 6 times that I got it, I didn't get anything. And I'm like 100% sure. I even sent in a ticket and they're like, no, that's just a visual glitch. You would have got the stuff in your inventory. I'm like, no, I did not get my rewards, which is fine because I've done it so many times now that like I don't care.
Yeah.
But what I would
say, the first
say
couple times are kind of sting.
Is because it's not like it's laggy, but it takes a couple seconds for it to like load up and get in. Is if you hit the 25,000 PX or XP, don't do anything. Like just let it load up to the point where you can start it, and then usually it's good to go. But yeah, there's lots of weird little glitches kind of with the XP with that wheel, and then even with like after the games, if you're doing stuff to like unlock cards or whatever, it won't like show you. Like if you're doing the egg hunt, sometimes you'll play, let's say a CPU game if you did the one against the Blue Jays or Orioles, whatever. And if you finish part of the program, it doesn't always like it should show you what your rewards you unlocked are, but it doesn't. It's just like kind of a weird glitch that I think they're gonna try and fix at some point. But
I've also experienced a couple weird glitches too, like like that team captain Adley Rutschman Chris Sale cards from the AL East Team Affinity. Like I would open those packs and then those cards would be nowhere to be found in my inventory when I'm trying to do their missions, playing against the CPU, like on Conquest and stuff like that.
Did you have their live series cards in your lineup? So there is a weird thing, like, because that's a weird thing with it this year, is if you have those cards, any version of a player's card in your lineup, and you can't see any of their other cards when you're trying to switch.
That's weird. I've never experienced that though.
So
I did not have
like you can
any
do
of those cards in my
if you
team.
have are you playing a game right now, or are you in your menu, or like if you have it?
I'm in a game at the moment. I did eventually get Chris Sale and Adley back in my inventory, but like I had to go into my inventory and look at the Legends of Flashbacks, click on the card, and then I went back to my menu, and then boom, they're there.
Yeah, like right now, like I have a live series Jays squad build, and so if I go to shortstop, Bo Bichette's there, and if I click on him, I like the Charisma series Bo Bichette will not show up. But if I switch him to another player, then they both show up. It's really weird. Yeah, I don't know why they did that. Maybe so like to try and like stop.
Try and use 2 players at the same time.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like everybody last year, like found a way to use both Randy Johnsons in the same game.
Yeah, something like that. Must be some sort of way to stop that. But yeah, there's been
I don't blame them.
Some weird glitches just throughout the game.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, I mean, as far as programs go, like it's been great. Like I like that they're kind of doing one sort of weekly one, whether it's the Charisma tops. You get sort of, I guess you get your tops now plus like one other one every couple weeks with the egg hunt and then the Charisma. So I think we're getting like a Mexico series. What is that? Mexico City series on the 28th. So that's this coming Friday, right? Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Speaking of glitches, while we're talking about it, I just got done playing the Cleveland Guardians Stronghold on the Central Team Affinity map.
Mm-hmm.
And it's saying that I didn't beat the Stronghold.
Uh-oh.
And that's the second game that I've played. I thought the first time I was like, oh, I just accidentally played one of their territories. I didn't actually play the Stronghold. But this time, I made sure that I was on the Stronghold, and I won the game. And it's not showing that I won the game. Like, the Stronghold is still there with that Guardians.
You're getting
screwed
on Conquest. That's brutal.
Yeah. But I mean, my stats are still counting and everything towards like Team Affinity, I guess. So
that's just annoying though to have to do it over and over.
I don't know.
I don't know. On to the next thing, I guess. Let's get into events, because I know events are a big thing that both of us like to play, and in past years anyway. And like we had a lot to say about MLB The Show 22 events and how brutal they were. What do you think about this year's event so far? So we've had we're on our third one now, I think, right? This is event number 3. There's that one, the World Baseball Classic.
Yeah, the WBC.
And then the C-ball, hit ball. And now we're on to Moonshot Mile High.
Yeah, this is the third one.
So what are your thoughts on events so far?
Honestly, so far, I'm liking events. I mean, they're switching up their restrictions and stuff a little bit more. They're making them every 2 weeks instead of every fucking week, which was really annoying back in 21. It feels like they're definitely putting a lot more thought into it. Yeah, my big thing last year was the event rewind packs, as we talked about earlier. But we did receive our first rewind pack at 10 wins, I believe, for this Moonshot event. Yeah. But the thing is, they're non-sellable.
Yeah, so here's another...
So it's not going to fuck with the market all that much.
Another PSA for people out there. If you finish your events and you get the event player rewards, don't lock them in until the next event, because you'll get at least one of the same rewards. So like right now, you have Dante Bichette and Todd Helton. If you unlock those cards, do not lock them in until the next event, because who knows how many rewind packs you're going to get. You can just get those cards for free that are non-sellable, and then sell the one you have now. So that's what happened. I just kind of got lucky with Sheffield. I got him the last event, and then I actually locked a bunch of cards in that collection, but there were like 5 that I didn't lock in, like Griffey, and Sheffield was one of them. So when I got this rewind pack, I still had a Sheffield that I was able to go and sell. So
I had to buy Sheffield for $30K, thinking that the rewind packs weren't coming the next day. So
well, they
lost some stubs.
They didn't give us instant rewind packs like last year. It was literally in the second event we had rewind packs, but no, it's good to have them. I think it's a good thing, and especially with their non-sellable, then whatever.
Yeah, like if they're non-sellable, they're not going to mess with a bunch of like the prices, almost immediately. So that's nice. That's nice at least.
What have you thought about?
Yeah, nothing bad about the event so far.
Events themselves, like I don't like that we're already doing a Moonshot event. I gotta say, I hate it. I'm like,
I mean, just make it once a year for like 3 weeks or something. But like,
the fact that it's Moonshot event semicolon means we're gonna get like probably one a month. Like there's gonna be a Moonshot event every month.
I honestly wouldn't be surprised if there was one every single set.
Yeah, so
I think that's probably what they'll do, but
I'm not a fan of that. Like, I think give us like, you have all these silver and gold cards that nobody is using right now, or do like a live series.
Dude, I would love a gold card event. I would love that shit.
Yeah, like do like gold pitching, silver hitting, or switch it around. Like stuff where you're going to use cards you don't, and like you can still give us diamond rewards, whatever. But just like something a little bit more challenging.
I know
not
exactly
challenging,
what
but
you
like
mean.
I just feel like
something different.
They kind of used to do it like that, and then they kind of last year obviously was brutal because it was basically just use your God Squad event was every single event except for the very last one, which is like the one that it should have been. So we'll see. I mean, overall they've been fun to play. I like that they did a 3-inning quick counts event on the last one, which made the games go by super quickly. The only good thing I'll say about Moonshot events is that the games go by so fast because everybody quits. I've played like maybe 2 full games out of 13 or 14 that I've played. And like, I'll do it. I'll admit it. Like, I don't care if I go down by a home run or 2 in the first inning, I am not finishing that game. I'm not trying to sweat out event games. Quit, on to the next one.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I literally, the first day I played, I got 5 wins in less than 20 minutes because everybody just quit. And I'm like, oh, perfect. That gives me
and I know people just want to play the game and everything, but that's 100% going to happen.
Oh, yeah. If people want to play, they can play BR. Or I sweat out so many games of BR on Tuesday, and I'm so glad I'm done because I will not be touching BR until the next program.
There's so many goons in Moonshot right now that I just don't want to play it. I'll probably just, like I said before we started up the pod, that I'll probably buy both the Todd Helton and Dante Bichette cards for a combined $30K.
Yeah, those cards
because that's what they're going for. They're going for $15K each right now. Like, I could flip for a couple hours and buy both of them instead of putting myself through hell for 25 wins. And that would probably take like 3 days of my time where I could be doing something more productive.
I've been smacking kids in the moonshot, so I'll keep doing it. But
yeah, I mean, if you're already like halfway done, then just keep going. But like, I don't have any wins. I've only played one game, so like.
Oh, you've only played one game?
Yeah, I played one game and that was it.
How far are you in BR? Have you started BR?
I've started BR a little bit. I'm at like 7-8 points.
Okay.
Are you
gonna take Griffey or Posada? That Posada card is nice, man. Like
I want to take Posada, but I don't know. I just can't not take Griffey.
That's fair. I would never not take Griffey either. Like,
what if it was like a Juice Vlad Jr., Griffey, and like Bo Bichette?
No, I would take Griffey for sure.
All right.
I love the Blue Jays. But Griffey is my favorite baseball player of all time, and he's just the best card in the game. He's always so good. His swing is butter. He's got amazing speed and defense. Like,
it's butter.
You can't go wrong. Bichette.
Got that butter swing.
I don't know how I feel about Bichette. Like, his card's been doing well for me, but he's not even on my team.
I just got his 97 just now.
It's a decent card. Vladdy, though, I was kind of hoping they would give us a rare round home run derby Vlad's Jr.
I mean, it was only pack 1, so we're probably going to get more.
Yeah, and everybody's getting 99s. Yeah, again, there's 3 more guys that we got 99s of: Ryan Howard, Vlad Sr., and Pudge, 99s. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
There's even so many guys that I even forget about: Julio, JT Realmuto, Adam Wainwright.
I always forget about JT. Yeah, there's so much stuff. It's ridiculous.
It's crazy.
But, you know, it's better to have more stuff than nothing.
Exactly.
If there was nothing right now, the community would be on fire.
Yeah, the community is on fire for way different reasons, because this game is just insane and everybody's just playing it so much and having such a great time.
Yeah.
What else can we talk about? How about just like gameplay in general? How have you felt?
Gameplay, I love it. I love it. Very best, I think. The urgency to throw balls with the defense has gotten a lot better since the tech test, but it's still a little bit of an issue in my opinion. Pinpoint hasn't felt all that great so far this year, but you know, still okay. Like, it's good enough. I'm not going to complain to the point where I'm not going to play the game.
Yeah.
And just not use Pinpoint anymore, because I cannot go back to meter or anything else like that. So
I've heard a lot of Pinpoint criticism this year, and then they patched it sort of, I guess. Like, I don't know if it really
I think mine has
much,
to do with my controller. So I think that's my issue. But
just need a new one. Upgrade.
Yeah, I need to get a new one.
Get that crazy $300 one that everybody talks about.
Think I got the money for that? Fuck.
I know, it's insane. I keep seeing, like, because like Jess has it, and I was like chilling in Mango's stream a bunch lately, and he always raves about how amazing it is. I'm like, dude, that literally is like, it's like 300 Canadian dollars. Like, it's half of the price of my PlayStation 5. Like, I can't afford it.
I would love to get a controller like that, but you know, I got to use some cash for my YouTube videos and those hot thumbnails.
Oh, stop. I still have a Bobby Witt Jr. Sapphire rookie card sitting here for you if you ever want it.
Probably the next paycheck.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. Yeah, I mean, gameplay for me, I think, has been great. Like, I feel I still have a love-hate relationship with the throwing meter. Like, some days I'm like on it all the time,
some days it's good,
and some days I'm just so bad. And the last thing I ever want ever again in this game is to be caught in a rundown as the defense, because I throw the ball away every single time. Eventually,
dude, I don't throw the ball if I get into a rundown. I don't risk throwing the ball. And just
I gotta stop.
Or something.
I gotta stop because it's like almost guaranteed that as soon as I try to throw the ball, it's just gone, because you have to like time it differently every single throw in a run. Like, it's brutal.
Yeah, and I'm not all about that. I won't do that.
Yeah, I mean, pitching and hitting has felt really good. Again, like defensive throwing urgency is kind of not
hitting. The hitting has been amazing. Yeah. That's the best thing in my opinion so far.
Yeah, I mean, there was a lot of exit philo complaints or criticisms. I don't know, whatever you want to call it, because nobody's really like complaining or super upset like what we saw at the end of 22, obviously. But yeah, lots to talk about exit velos, and it's like, I feel like it's a good thing. Like, I feel like I'm not really getting like, I get the odd perfect that doesn't go, but it does seem like you have to have pretty good accuracy with your PCI, and like timing is like super important. So
like it's more skill based now. Like it's not like everything's gonna leave.
There's definitely swings that I've taken that would have gone out last year that aren't going out or aren't hits, but I mean overall I think it's been great. And like I haven't had any problems with pitching. I mean I just use pure analog still, and my pitching's mediocre at best anyway, so whatever. And then I think they've done a few updates, not a ton of gameplay changes, but obviously just like bug fixes, and I think that's going to continue. I mean, besides some like, you know, things like we were talking about with that, like what you just had with Conquest, or some of the stuff with the XP wheel and whatever, like if they can just kind of fix those things.
I'm playing the Guardians for the 3rd time right now, so
hopefully it goes well for you. If they can just tune up that stuff, it should be like fine. I mean, I personally don't really have any like gameplay tuning that I really need, but I'm sure there's obviously things that people are gonna want to be kind of tightened up here and there, so we'll see how it goes.
There's definitely a bunch of other stuff that other people probably notice compared to us.
Yeah. Well,
you know,
we're
like
not
more competitive players in the game and everything like that.
We're not big helly. We're not. Dude, it's funny watching his streams, man. He's just like, he's just getting mad at it, but like not getting mad, but it's just funny. Actually, I guess the biggest thing has been like the cheating stuff that's been going on with like
all the Xbox users and everything.
Well,
like
yeah,
that.
It sounds like you can do it with PlayStation also. It might not be quite as easy, but yeah, I mean, if there's, I don't know how you really stop it. Like it's whatever. People,
I saw Nutsy Poo and like talk about it on TikTok and stuff like that. Apparently, what Xbox users are doing are signing in to their Microsoft account on their computers and like somehow connecting their Xbox to their computers and literally playing it on the PC. And they can literally change the difficulty to anything on Rookie. And that's how the cheating is unfolding. I don't know how accurate what I just said is, but like I was just kind of like thinking back to that Nutsy TikTok that I saw a couple weeks ago.
I need to like see it. Like I wish somebody could like expose it. Like this is what people are doing. Like show us, show me. I want to see it. Exactly,
and then there's
how it works.
And then there's the whole Zen thing too.
Yeah, yeah. Who knows? The only thing I know is like if you like if you really think somebody is cheated you, like I would just like whatever report it and hope that something happens, because I know like they'll white, like if they SDS can find out if these people are doing it, and if they are they'll just wipe all their shit and then they won't be able to play anymore. They'll have to like buy a new console basically.
Yeah, exactly.
So we'll see. I mean, I haven't really run into anything, but again, like I'm not trying to make World Series and solo ranked, so
only co-op.
It's well, I'm trying, but I've been brutal lately. Jamie and I were doing good. We got up to like I think it was at like 730 or something, but I'm back down to like 600 and something now. The problem with co-op is that like you never know what ranking you're gonna play against. Yeah, the highest I was 736, and right now I'm 619. Boo earns.
What am I right now? We did some earlier today. I think I'm at like 450.
Yeah, like you never know who you're going to play. So if you play against somebody who's like a 400 player and you lose like 50 points. But if you beat them, you only get like 10. I literally played it a 3-on-3 where I got 1 point. One. I only went up 1. It was like I went from 710 to 711. I was like, well, that was pointless.
What the hell, dude? Are you serious?
Yeah, because we were playing against guys
1
that were like,
point.
We're playing against guys that were like 200. I got 1 point.
Oh my god, you might as well not have played at all.
Exactly, but you know what? It's still fun. I wouldn't really recommend playing 3v3 co-op if you're trying to like actually play. Like, there's just too much room for glitching out. And 3v3.
I like 2v2 much.
2v2 is pretty good, and yeah, I mean, I'm not one of the guys that's like I have crossplay on. I just play whatever, and it's been fine. Did it happen again?
It happened again, dude. It happened again.
Maybe I would just give up on that for now.
I'm gonna freak out.
Send the recording to SDS. Just do the share button thing, and like, because you can save your last half an hour of gameplay and be like, what the F? That's brutal, dude. That's brutal.
All right, I'm gonna close the app and see if anything happens. If not, I'm just.
Oh man, that's frustrating, man. I'm sorry to hear that.
That's the third time I beat them, but I mean, at least my stats and my numbers and stuff are still counting. But like, god damn it, I would have been half done this map already. So.
Yeah. Have you played much solo ranked yet?
5-1.
5-1.
I've done it mostly just for YouTube stuff.
Yeah. Man, solo ranked, I just found like people just quit way too easy.
Yeah.
Like
I just don't want to play a full 9 innings by myself. It goes by a lot quicker with two or three people.
I'm 9-0, and I think I played one full 9 inning game out of 9 games.
Wow. Oh, okay, it worked.
When you loaded it back in, it was good.
Yeah, when I closed the app and went back in, it worked.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta close it and try over.
Oh, thank the Lord. Okay.
Well, there you go.
Happy again.
That's a good thing.
All
right, I guess just you're good. To close it out here though, like what's been like your favorite part of MLB The Show 23 so far? Oh. Nick. There's no
way. There's no way I pulled one on the pod. Oh, it's Darvish.
It's on the pod. That Darvish is nasty, bro. I saw the thing come up, and then I was like, oh, is it just live series? But then I saw Diamond Duos. I was like, no shot. Nick just pulled 99.
Nick.
It's 99 Darvish, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
99 Darvish. Wow. Well, pack pulls. I like pack pulls.
I like pack pulls. What do you like so far? Pulls 99 Darvish. 2 seconds later.
Literally. I don't know. I like the variety of packs that they're giving us. Like it seems like what they're going to be doing is one chase pack a month, which is I like that for like different sets and everything. I think packs have been a little bit juicier this year compared to last year because I see a lot of people pulling multiple Mike Trouts, multiple Otanis, multiple DeGroms already this year.
I don't know about that. I mean,
I've seen a lot of people do it. I mean, not myself, but
I feel like that's every year though. You always see like, what is it? 2 Strike pulled like 20 Mike Trouts at MLB 21. I pulled like 1 live series diamond out of a standard pack probably in my last like 400 packs. Like I just don't pull live series diamonds or diamonds out of standard packs. But I mean I pulled that 99 Otani out of a random chase pack the other day, which is sick. But I have not. Overall, my pack luck has been mediocre.
Mine's been very below average.
I basically had 2 good pulls. I pulled Mookie, live series Mookie, and then I pulled Nick. Quit it.
What? No. Another one, dude. What is happening?
It's too bad that he's not worth more for not being a 90. It's Garrett Cole. Yeah. This guy just literally pulled.
Oh my god. Oh, be ready. I have another ball that doesn't happen.
He's like the worst 90 overall you can pull right now.
Oh, I'll take it.
Nick.
Oh my god, what? I had the 3 packs.
Your pack luck is fine. You literally had 3 packs and pulled 3 diamonds. A 90, a 99, and then Austin Riley, who's what? He's like, what's he worth?
He's 4,500 stubs.
Yeah, whatever. It's a diamond.
Jesus. Okay, I'm done.
I did pull a bat. I pulled a diamond bat that was worth like 20K yesterday, so that was cool.
That's pretty nice, man. Mm-hmm. That's very nice. Oh my god, that was crazy.
You witnessed it here first. Excuse me. You witnessed it here first on the On Deck Circle. Nick Terrio. He's been lying to you about his pack luck. He just pulled 3 straight diamonds. It's like kept getting these.
I deserve that after facing the Guardians 3 times and it not counting.
Yeah, I guess it's just a game getting you back. I got Class A as a post game reward once too. I got a diamond post game reward. That was cool.
I think I got like, what was it? I think it was like a catcher's mask as a post game reward, and I sold it for like 10K or something like that.
Yeah, that's not bad. Do you remember, did you play MLB back when after you played like a CPU game, it would show you 8 cards and it would slowly eliminate one?
Oh, yes.
They need to bring that back. That was so much fun.
Dude, that was so awesome.
Like,
I almost pulled Mike Trout, but I got a bronze instead.
Yeah, it was like it was such a fun
funny.
little addition to the game where it's just like, okay, a diamond popped up and you're just like, all right, you keep pressing the button to eliminate a card and then you like come down to it. Yeah, like a diamond or like a bronze bat and you're like, okay. And then
I mean, it's a
everyone's
good way
longer.
to get a heart attack for sure. But
It's fun. It's fun. It's fun. Okay, Nick,
Oh
is there
my
anything
God.
is there anything you don't like about MLB The Show 23? Anything you think could be improved? Something
I'm
maybe
actually going to
you,
look for the menu right here.
maybe
just to see if
something
there's
you thought
anything.
would be nice but hasn't been nice. I'll say what I like is co-op. Co-op's so much fun. Like if they fix all
I
the
love
glitches,
co-op.
if they could add PXP to co-op, oh my god, nobody
Dude,
would
if they
play
did
solo
add
rank.
PXP to co-op, I would just literally be doing that my whole time. Playing
Yeah, it's
MLB
so
The Show.
hard because you
I
like
wouldn't do anything else.
you want to complete programs and do this, and then you want to play co-op, and it's like I have to choose one or the other. I actually haven't played a co-op game in a while, but it's so much fun.
One thing I will say that I don't like about MLB The Show this year is the Team Affinity stuff, like how they managed to do that. Don't get me wrong, I love Team Affinity with all my heart, but make the East, Central, and West Showdown repeatable at least 3 or 4 times. Because
Or, like,
it just makes the grind too hard. Like, well, not that it's hard, but it's long. Like I've been playing the game for almost a month now, and I only have almost the AL East done. Like I'm at 91% now, but like
Yeah,
If
or
they
add
threw-
like
if
a
they threw in,
second
like-
showdown or something, like a
yeah,
second
like
round.
if they threw in like a couple of other showdowns or something like that, or make it repeatable up to like 3 or 4 times per like East, Central, and West and everything
Yeah.
like that. I'm completely fine with that.
Maybe lower the exchanges in the next couple.
Oh,
'cause
dude, the exchanges are
are-
so freaking bad.
people
What?
do not do the exchanges in Team Affinity. It is
Like
a
100,000 for 2,500 points. What is
Yeah.
that?
I know.
Oh my God,
400,000 for what,
Ah.
10,000 XP? Not worth it.
That makes me sick.
I actually think, like, honestly, when the next one comes out, I might just do March to October, because March to October actually goes by pretty quickly, and you get a decent amount. Like, if you finish it and win the World Series, you're getting like 50K.
And if you do it on All Star too, it's a lot easier. I think I'll probably do
You
March
could
to
do it on
October as
beginner,
well.
man. You get like the same for beginner as you do on like even rookie. What's
Yeah, honestly, that's
All
a very
Star?
good idea.
All
I
Star, it
completely
goes up
forgot about
a
October.
very small amount, but like you'd get maybe it's an average of from 55 up to 80, so you maybe could get a little bit more. But like to finish it off, like I'll do all the moments and showdowns and conquests and stuff, but once you're getting to like the end of it, it's almost worth it to do March to October. I mean, we'll see what it comes out in season 2 Team Affinity, but
Oh, for sure.
I kind of like that it took a little
sure.
bit longer this year, to be honest.
For Team Affinity, I mean, I like that, you know, you have to grind for it and everything, but like just make showdowns a little bit more repeatable, at least 3 or 4 times. Because
Yeah, it is kind of weird that like
at this point, I'm just drowning in Team Affinity. Like I can't do anything else.
my only complaint with, or my biggest thing with this game is this stupid lineup screen. I still hate it. It's a month in. I still absolutely
The
think it's
lineup screen. I knew you were
awful.
gonna say that.
I can't
knew
get
you were
past
gonna
it.
say
It's
that.
so bad.
Oh my god, bro.
So bad.
That is
It
that is
still
actually
makes no
hilarious.
sense to me that the way it's set up and the way it's not user friendly. Like it was so easy to use and simple in the past. They didn't need to change it.
Oh my god, you
Oh.
cracked me up, dude.
I'm just speaking facts, bro. Oh, one other thing we didn't talk about is, man, supercharges this year.
Oh.
Supercharges.
Timmy just got Fernando.
Turn your notifications off.
I gotta turn mine off. And my phone just goes
imagine if
crazy
it was
all
just
day.
live series, Fernando.
He told me it was live series Fernando last night when he opened up a chase back. So
That's brutal.
that's gotta sting a little bit.
Oh, we're losing a bunch of supercharges like right now. Wait, what? No.
Oh
these
yeah,
guys
the
oh,
supercharges
those
have
guys
been
are already
great so
gone. We
far
only have
this year.
what? Kelnick, Taylor Walls, Brandon Nimmo. Supercharges have been super fun.
Yeah, they've been great. They haven't they've been doing the supercharges, of course, but like they haven't been like pushing them out like crazy, except for opening weekend.
Yeah, I just like the fact
which
that
is what I like.
we kind of always have a few supercharged cards. Like last year, it was like here's a whole bunch at the beginning of the year, and then none. They do like one every 2 weeks for a day.
And the fact that they extended the time on them too, instead
Yeah.
of being like for 24 or 48 hours, whatever, it's like 5 or 7 days now. And you get like the weekly vote on the supercharge that you want as a community, which is pretty cool.
Yeah,
it allows the community to have more input.
There's still part of me that wishes they could somehow like take it out of BR or have it so that the supercharges are only diamond rounds, but then there's also the part of me that like gets a supercharged card in BR and I'm like sick. Because like Kalanick and Bellinger were key to some of my BR wins to get Griffey. So
yeah,
I don't know. It's a two-way street, I guess.
Oh, for sure.
I think in my heart of hearts, I think they shouldn't be allowed in BR. So just like you kind of want that even playing field. And like it's just kind of luck a little bit sometimes, like whether you get that choice or not.
Oh, absolutely, it's luck for
so
sure,
when
man.
all of a sudden somebody has 2 extra, not just diamonds, but like 99 overalls on their team, it's like okay, well that's kind of hard to beat. The beginning of the year was crazy. There were guys you'd have like basically a full diamond squad because there are so many supercharged guys.
Oh, dude, absolutely, man.
But it's fun. It's fun to use them, to plug them in your lineups. When you use like supercharged cards plus their live series boosts, like they get crazy sometimes.
Oh, dude, for sure. Yeah.
And we're getting supercharged Brandon Belt on Monday, apparently. Thanks, Apple TV.
I can't wait to see what else they drop. I really dig the supercharges this year. They're a lot of fun, I think.
No, it's awesome. So many usable cards this year.
Oh, 100%, man. Like it's really nice. It's really nice. Plus, like the supercharge boost. If like one of your favorite cards get boosted, and you decide to do like a live series team build, and you get the captain boost and everything like that, and your team's just cracked, and you get like all your cards are going to be absolutely usable. Like if you want to go into ranked seasons or something like that.
Yeah, that David Wright captain boost is kind of crazy.
Oh, 100%.
For the cover athlete cards. Especially since now there's so many 99 cover athletes. Like Ryan Howard's out now, Tatis, Griffey, Jeter, Jazz. Who else do they have that's like a 99 already? I thought there were more. Chipper, for some reason, works for it. I don't know if that's a glitch or if he was ever on the cover of the game. But
he might have been like in the past, maybe.
Chipper gets the boost.
That's kind of funny, actually.
It's crazy. It gives Chipper 99 defense, man.
That's pretty wild.
Like if you get the tier 3 boost, like it's pretty crazy what you get from that David Wright one.
I'm actually gonna check out that mini seasons pack right now.
I don't know if you can actually even look at the pack though.
Should be able to.
Like if you go into mini seasons, I don't know if it lets you see the pack, but yeah, it's a specific pack. You get one on your first run. You get one at 5 and 10 wins, and then if you there's a 15 win repeatable one, so you can get it like.
It's the mini seasons lefty loosey booster pack.
Yeah.
This one. Yeah, it's not letting me look at it.
Yeah, but there's like they're all like mid 80s or like high 80s, I guess. But there's a Larry Walker Cardinals card, a Prince Fielder Tigers, that Taylor Rogers, which is like the only really usable card I'd say out of that. There's a Randy Johnson.
Oh, I'd use Randy Johnson for sure. Doesn't
look good. It's like Yankees Randy Johnson card.
Oh.
Yeah. You can buy them off the market. Let's find them. Let's look at marketplace. I think it's.
Wait, you can buy those mini seasons cards?
Yep.
Oh, that's okay. That's dope then.
Yeah, it's a 2005 veteran Randy Johnson. So it's like hits per 9 is 66, velocity is 82. He has break outlier, but not like fastball outlier. So he's 4-seam slider, splitter, 2-seam. So he is not usable at all in this game.
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
I forget who. There's one more card in it. There's 5 cards, but I can't remember what the other one is. Some other hitter. Some other left-handed hitter.
Some other lefty.
Yeah. I'll know soon enough when I get 4 more wins in my mini season.
Like mini seasons take so much time, and I don't want to do it.
Oh, it's so time consuming. Yeah, it's brutal. Did you do USA Conquest? That was brutal.
No.
Oh, again, so annoying. But see, this is what I'm talking about with like cards that you're like never think of. I couldn't even like name you like besides Clemente, besides Roberto Clemente, like any of the cards that are in that thing because I'm never going to use like any of them.
Yeah.
But there's got to be like a core collection at some point because they keep giving you core cards.
I think so.
Like with all the BR cards, those ones, and everything. Like
I think ultimately there's going to be a big ass BR collection.
Big ass.
With all the silvers, diamonds, golds that they're giving us, they have to do like something.
Yeah, give us 100 overall Griffey, maxed everything.
Oh.
100 overall.
That'd be kind of nice. Trying to get my hopes up over here.
Yeah, Immortal Griffey, bring him back. I do think they should bring Immortals back, by the way.
I've never done the Immortal grind, but honestly, I would definitely be down to try it.
They don't need to bring the grind back. Just bring the cards series back. It's basically what...
I kind of want the grind, though.
It's basically...
I wouldn't mind it.
The grind is real this year, dude. You were just talking about the Team Affinity grind. Just wait till all the Team Affinity cards are 99s in like season 3 or whatever.
Yeah, that's right. I don't enjoy Team Affinity yet.
There's never been a more grindable MLB The Show than right now.
That's very true, yeah.
The amount of grinding you can do and the amount of rewards you get for all your grinding is pretty insane. Like, imagine doing all of this grinding for one card, like, instead of, like, 500. That's
I'd lose my mind.
That's pretty much what or Immortal grind was. You're doing this much grinding just to get literally one card. And it was like a end game card, but there was there were no other cards that you could use. That's why nobody did all of them, except for me, because I'm a weirdo. Even, like, the big dudes who play all the time. Like, they only did, like, maybe half of them.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I'm sure, like,
I never had the chance to do it, but I would have done it back in the day.
The chance will never be there again because the servers are down. Bring back the MLB 18 servers so I could use my Diamond Dynasty God Squad.
Wait, was it MLB 18 or was it 19 or not 19? 17.
It was 18.
It was 18.
17
I don't know why for some reason.
17 had a lot of grinding, but 17 was awesome. 17 was a super fun game.
I hear a lot of things that 16 and 17 were some of the best games.
Yeah, I never played 16. 17 was kind of my starting point, especially with Diamond Dynasty. And then, yeah, basically MLB 18 on. That's all I've done. 19 was the introduction of Signature Series. It's in every card's best card was a Signature Series card. Every player. I do remember that. Like, I remember watching YouTube videos on MLB 19 and seeing like signature cards everywhere, like and then in 20, like and MLB 20 was like awards. 21 it was milestones, I think, in 21.
Milestones, yeah, and then last year was Retro Finest. Yeah, and this year it seems like it's Charisma.
Yeah, there are so many Charisma cards.
Or the Riz series.
The Riz. I like the Charisma cards, but I like this is what something that
you got beef?
I got beef, man. Don't make every single card that series. Like every single best card in the game last year was a Retro Finest. Like, give us some more awards cards. Like, it just seems weird. Like, Retro Finest is awesome, but you don't have to make every single one of them a Retro Finest card.
Yeah, like make it, like, spread it out. Spread it out a little bit.
Spread the love a little bit. Like, we have barely any Retro Finest cards this year. There's like Chipper.
There's Bob Feller.
Bob Feller, Chipper.
That Chipper card is a Retro Finest?
Yeah. Yeah. And then
it shows how little I pay attention.
Like, for Milestone, you have like Babe Ruth and Mark McGwire. That's pretty much it.
And then awards would be Sammy Sosa, Signature Series Derek Jeter.
Yeah. I also wonder, like, Derek Jeter's Signature Series card looks so crazy, and Greg Vaughn's is like so plain looking. Like you couldn't have made.
I think it has. I think that has to do with Derek Jeter being the live series collection.
Yeah, I'm like, you don't want to make his like
it's gotta
a
be
little nicer.
It's gotta
Are there
be.
any other ones? I'm gonna check the market real quick. Are there any other?
Speaking of that Greg Vaughn card is nasty as hell. I know we talked about it a little bit earlier, but he's one of my favorite cards in the game right now. And that debut that we did for YouTube, man. Oh, he was so good.
Yeah, he had a tank. I used him a little bit in the moonshot earlier.
He's a lot of fun to use.
Yeah, well, I mean, unless you have anything else, Nick, I think that's pretty much it as far as what we were going to talk about today. Anything else you want to add, sir?
No MLB The Show on PC.
Switch only. If you get caught playing on PC, you should be banished. You should be banished to playing only on the Switch.
Switch is
We'll just find a way to hack it. The Switch is brutal. Don't play this game on the Switch.
I'd be fine with MLB The Show not on Switch, just Xbox and PlayStation.
Yeah, it makes no. The Switch just isn't good enough to play it on. Even offline, it's not very good. But yeah, It was a mistake me buying MLB 22 for the Switch. I played it like twice ever. It was $70 down the drain.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying. I've thought about getting a Switch, and then people like convincing me to go buy one. And
no, if you're buying it for MLB The Show, don't. If you're gonna buy it to like play Nintendo games, then it's worth it. Like it's a fun console, but if you want to play MLB on it, I wouldn't recommend it.
I mean, the only reason I'd buy it to play MLB is just lay in bed. But honestly, if I was laying in bed playing Conquest or something like that, I'd probably fall asleep and have the fucking thing just fall on my face 24/7. Like if you're laying in bed and you have you're looking at your phone or whatever, it's up high and then just somehow falls in your face. Ah.
That's what
what I mean.
Okay, you gotta just borrow like a Switch with MLB The Show for your next like super long subathon or whatever, long stream, and then when it's like sleep time, it should literally be a camera of you in bed playing the game on your bed until the Switch falls on your face and you fall asleep, and then everybody can watch you sleep for like 6 hours.
Oh my god, dude, that'd be funny as hell.
Super funny. All right, everybody. The On Deck Circle, we're back. We took a couple weeks off. We were loving the game. We appreciate all the support on the podcast as well as just our individual channels. We're just going to keep moving onward and upward. But as always, you can find us on YouTube, Spotify, Apple, Amazon, Google. We should be everywhere that you find your normal favorite podcast. So until next time, peace out.
Peace.